When I saw the podcast was available, as a jiu-jitsu person, I kind of have no choice. You know, I have to listen, I have to.
No one had ever done it before on television. It had never been, in America at least, it had never been a thing. And then to all of a sudden have this.
No time limit,
No time
division, no gloves.
No rules.
He's the guy, because he was the one that was put into UFC. One, it was real fighting. You know, there was no time, there was no weight division, and he was able to go in there. I think he's maybe 6 foot, just under 6 foot, not a heavy guy, and beat people who look like Rambo, and that's what put jiu-jitsu on the map.
Royce, watch this. There goes Royce. He looks like he's going for the back. There's the tap. There's the tap.
It wasn't that long ago that I'd say I'm doing jiu-jitsu and someone would go, what's ninjutsu? When I started, it wasn't as popular, definitely not in Australia as it is now. Looking back, maybe that had an influence on why I chose jiu-jitsu out of all the arts that were available at the gym. As I said, I'm not a big guy, so that was probably part of it, seeing someone who was not physically imposing really dominate, you know, absolutely dominate these guys who, I still watch it sometimes, and when you look at it, you see him walking out, you're like, there's no way he's going to win this, it just doesn't look possible. As a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you can't have anything but love and respect for him, for his family, and also an understanding of what jiu-jitsu was on a deeper level to the family. They were holders of information that other people didn't have. So they had a huge advantage on technique and jiu-jitsu, like it just wasn't known information. His father actually believed in jiu-jitsu itself as the way. And that was why they picked him, was because he wasn't the biggest and the scariest. He was kind of one of the skinnier boys.
So there was always rumors about why you were chosen to be the representative for the first UFC. What's the actual truth behind it?
I think my father knew I was a little more calm personality and show the technique. And my father and Jorge were concerned about showing the technique of just what we can do by dominating somebody bigger, stronger, without having to hurt them.
The father believed so much in jiu-jitsu that he put his son in danger in this competition to prove it. I think that's just a testament to my journey through jiu-jitsu, is that it's not about being the biggest or the strongest or the scariest. Fighting can be mastered from an intelligence point of view. And that's something that I think before jiu-jitsu was not really believed. There's a lot of stories about the smaller guy being able to deal with the bigger guy. To actually witness that for real and to see that for real back when he did it, it's one of those paradigm shifts that people talk about, where what everybody believed as truth was shown not to be true.
Not just because you get to see these wild fights inside of a cage, but you see a smaller guy with better technique beat the bigger, stronger men, which is what martial arts was always supposed to be.
The lightweight have a chance to survive and play defense and end up choking or armbar the bigger opponent.
Which is why absolutes in jiu-jitsu matches are so interesting, when you watch a small guy beat a big guy.
I think it's easy in the modern world to get caught up in so many different things that it's hard to stay focused and get to a high level in something. But sometimes it takes a reminder from people who have been there and done that, just what it takes, you know, to respect what it takes to get to a high level. He's the very, very best, and he's telling you how hard it was and how much work he did and the sacrifices he made. I respect that.